In this video, I'll be going over 10.3, which is define and use probability. Probability is a number between 1 and 0, and it shows how likely something is going to happen. So if it equals 0, then that means there's no chance of that happening at all. And if it's 1 or closer to 1, then there's a high chance of it happening. And if it's 1, then that means it's going to happen for sure. So the probability of A is event A occurring over the total outcomes. And to find odds, it's going to be a little different. So to find the odds in favor of A, it's going to be the number of outcomes in A over the number of outcomes that are not in A. And odds against A is going to be the reciprocal. So the number of outcomes not in A over the outcomes in A. So you'll just want to read the questions carefully and determine what you're looking for. If you're looking for probability, you're going to use the first equation. And if you're finding odds, you're going to use one of the other two. Okay, so it says you have an equally likely chance of choosing an integer from 1 through 50. Find the probability of the given event. So the numbers from 1 through 50 there are 50 numbers from 1 through 50, so that means the total outcomes is going to be 50. And a number less than 35 is chosen. So from 1 through 50, only 34 of those numbers are less than 35. So that's going to be 0.68. And you can also write this as 68%. So you have a 68% chance of picking a number that's less than 35. Okay, a multiple of 4 is chosen. So again, we have 50 total because we're picking a number from 1 through 50. And if it helps, you can list out all the multiples of 4. So there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, and 48. And we can stop here because the number is going to be between 1 and 50. And there are 12 numbers there. So this is 12 over 50. And that's a decimal, that would be 0.24 or 24%. Okay, next we're going to be talking about cards. A card is randomly drawn from a standard deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of drawing the given card. So in a deck, there are 52 cards, so that's going to be our total. And we want to pick a red card. In a deck of cards, there are 26 red cards, so that'll be 0.5 or 50%. Okay, number 4, we want to find the probability of picking a face card, so a king, queen, or jack. There are 52 cards total, and of those 52 cards, there are 12 kings, queens, and jacks. So it'll be 12 over 52, which is about 0.23. Okay, next we want to find the probability of winning the lottery according to the given rules. Assume numbers are selected at random. You must correctly select 4 numbers, each an integer from 0 to 9, and the order of the numbers is important. So this last sentence means that it's going to be a permutation, and that's going to be our denominator. So from 0 to 9, there are 10 digits or 10 numbers that we can choose from, and we have to correctly select 4 of them, and they have to be in the correct order. So for our denominator, that's going to be 10p4, so that means that shows us like the total number of ways you can pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9, and the only way to win the lottery is to get it correct. So you have to pick all 4 numbers correctly and in the right order. And there's only one way to win. So all of those have to be correct for that to happen. So it'll be 1 over 10p4, which is 1 over 5040. And if you want to write that as a decimal, that would be 0.000198. So you have less than a 0.1% chance of winning. Okay, next, you randomly choose a marble from a bag. The bag contains 10 black, 8 red, 4 white, and 6 blue marbles. Find the indicated odds. So this problem we're looking for odds, so that means we're going to use these two equations here. The first one says in favor of choosing white. So that means the number of white is going to go on top, so there are 4 white of them, or 4 marbles that are white, and the denominator is going to be not white, and there are 24 that are not white. So it's going to be 1 to 6. So you have a 1 in 6 chance of choosing white. Okay, next one is against choosing red. So that means the marbles that are not red is going to go on the numerator. So there are 20 marbles that are not red, and in the denominator are the number of marbles that are red, and there are 8 that are red. So it'll be 5 to 2.